Hello and welcome back to the channel, friends. It's good to be here. I hope you're doing well. We are diving into some more Tiny Rogues action here today, folks. We're doing run number 5, fresh off a redemption tour with our friend the Cleric. If you haven't seen that episode yet, definitely check it out. That was a real fun one. Got some really insane weapons in that one. Just great. You'll love to see it. So what are we going to do today? We're obviously going to choose a character we haven't used yet. So we have the Ranger here. We have the Sorcerer. We have the Wanderer. Yeah, the Wanderer. We also have the Knights. I actually haven't really executed a true melee build yet. So I think I'm going to go Knights. And I think I'm going to focus on a melee build. The Knight is obviously pretty durable. And you get your block points refreshed before entering a boss fight. I do like that. And I think that's the direction we're going to take this one. I'm also going to throw on Cinder that gives, let's see. I'll throw on the double-edged sword, Cinder. Get a little more of that mastery EXP. I like that. What do we do with this? I mean, I always end up replacing the amethyst ring, you know? It gives you +1 heart, but, I mean, 6 bombs. We can go 3 keys. I'm gonna take the keys. Why not mix that up a little bit too? Then we got some classes to unlock, so a few things to keep in mind. Let's use keys, right? We have to use another 23 keys for that unlock. If we can get a gun to level 4, this is probably not the run to do it in. We're working toward that. I don't know if this is the run to get all cursed up. Let's visit some taverns for sure. Let's also spend some gold. Let's see if we can get a polearm or a spear to level 4 without the help from equipment items. Let's see if we can do that. I don't know, metagame, right? So let's pop into here quick. A very, very nice and helpful commenter told me to take, and it certainly makes sense here. Where is it? It's the one that gives you an additional flask use. First aid, you start with +1 additional health flask. There you go. Yeah, we're going to take that for sure. And then what I want to do is I'm going to do weapons of the same type that you started with are 50% more common. So as in melee. So that's how we're going to set this up, and we are diving right on into some Tiny Rogues here, folks. Before we get too far along, though, if you are new here, please consider becoming a subscriber to the channel. We are building a community of awesome people, and the community truly is awesome. So if you're enjoying the content, please consider becoming a subscriber. We'd love to have you. And let's rock and roll. Obviously, we're going beef right out the gates here. Definitely have to get used to being kind of range inhibited. So there's our lucky, little lucky stroke there. I mean, 2 keys. Let's grab 2 keys for sure. 2 keys is better than 1 key indeed. So let's rock and roll. Seem to be revving our luck proc off pretty frequently here. We only have 1 luck too. Maybe we're just getting real lucky. Gold or candy. I do like the idea of taking experience early on in the matchup. It hasn't done me wrong yet. So that's what we're going to do. Many bombs or 2 soul hearts. Goodness, I got another luck there. Let's go with the bombs. I'm feeling pretty good about where my durability's at right now, for sure. So let's go with the bombs, because we need some bombs. +2 soul hearts. We're going to grab the dice. The dice are excellent. I use them a bunch in my run with the Cleric, and it went really well for me. And here we go. We're just getting lucky. Just luck, 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 luck. And you love to see it, folks. You love to see it. Treasure rock drops loot when shattered. Otherwise, we can secure some gold here. Why don't we secure some gold? Dexterity. Yep, we'll take that for sure. I mean, obviously, strength is our main stat that we want to focus on, but dexterity is good too. It increases attack speed, move speed, all that good stuff. We'll grab some beef. You betcha. Beef is what's for dinner, folks. Alright, so we got guaranteed body armor, which we have none of, and a guaranteed accessory, which we also are devoid of. So let's go with the body armor. Seems a little more impactful, and our block does get recharged there. And now we have the Minotaur. Let's go. Bring it on. You know, Minotaur, you just tend to talk a lot of smack, but you don't really back it up with any action. That's what I've noticed about you. Okay, okay. I have to be more aware of the falling stones for sure. Yeah, I think I'm like in his like little hitbox. Yeah, okay. I see how it goes. And this is where that double-edged sword is, you know, truly a double-edged sword, right? Well, that's alright. Not too concerned about my durability. We can repair that armor on up. I've historically used ranged weapons or magic weapons, so we'll be alright. What do we get here? We get a pouchy robe. +1 health flask. That's not bad. A Cupid orb. Grants a charming orbital that deals some striking damage. On completing a full rotation, charms the nearest enemy. That's interesting, for sure. It's an offhand, meaning it replaces our shield, so I don't like that. And then we have the Apprentice Boots. Grants 60% increased damage, but also reduces damage by 10% per level. Okay, so as we level up, I mean, I suppose we could take that early on. Either that, or we could just grab another health flask. Durability, right, folks? Let's do it. 3 health flasks now. Let's rock and roll. Pretty weak draw of equipment there. Let's get some attunement going. We need a blacksmith to restore our armor, so we'll make sure we do that. And then I am going to use the gain favor function a little more often, too. Might as well. But let's see if we can't secure a stronger weapon here. The sword is just purely underwhelming. There's our level up. Alright, so we have Resolute Technique. Critical hit chance is 0, but Crushing Hit is 100%. Crushing Hit gives you top-end damage. Spellblade makes swords drain mana. Additionally, each point of mana grants 10% more attack speed to mana-draining weapons. Okay. Vision Quest. On kill and on combat start, spawn a mana star somewhere far from you in the arena. Mana grants stats to your mana-draining weapons. Okay. So this is going to increase my attack speed, and it's going to make swords drain mana. I mean, we are using a sword right now, for sure. Either that or we just go Resolute Technique. Because crushing hits are guaranteed to roll top-end damage. It's a 100% chance. I'm going to go Resolute Technique. I like doing more steady damage, and that means we're just not going to focus on critical hits at all. Controversial choice. I know, I get it. Tomahawk. Axe melee. It's got a far attack range. Attacks 2.06 times per second, so it's a little slower. We have the burning prop knife. Very short range. I don't like that. And then we have a composite bow. Again, not great, and I don't really want to mess with ranged. So what do we have? I thought I could re-roll that. At least I did it in my last run. Interesting. Oh, never mind. They did re-roll. Sorry, I'm not paying attention, I guess. Alright. So, and I hit the wrong button. Whatever. That was a complete and utter failure, but that's okay. Onward we go, folks. Just ignore that altogether. That actually didn't happen. I didn't hit the wrong button. I didn't get confused about the dice. It just didn't happen, right? So here we are. We're just going to keep rocking this sword. Candy. Let's grab a wooden chest. See if we can't get something maybe special in this. Let's see what we got. We have... What is this? Do you have to bomb it? What is this? Does anybody know what this is? Oh, is it a health flask refill, maybe? Is that what it is? I bet you that's what it is. Okay. Tavern, yeah. Let's pop into the tavern here quick. We have to visit taverns for a new character unlock anyways. Here's the whetstone. Yikes, not the best weapon. You should really try to find something better. I doubt you'll be making it very far. How about this? Do you like this a little better? No, he doesn't like that better either. Okay. What is this anyway? Shocking Firebomb Codex. I mean, it does good damage for sure. A little mortar shot action. Alright. Howdy. Would you like to buy some dice for 20 gold? Should we buy some dice for 20 gold? Yes. Let's do it. I like getting more red dice. We got some more beef here. Let's take some more beef. Let's see. That does scale with strength a little bit, so it wouldn't be the worst weapon to use. Let's get our armor repaired for sure. Love to see that. And there's nothing worth upgrading. Trust me on that one. Let's grab some gold. Definitely need some gold. With this weapon, you have to lead the enemy a little bit. Guaranteed gloves, which we don't have any of. Guaranteed accessory, which we don't have any of either. All right, let's go with the gloves. And this is going to be what, the rock golem, earth elemental, rock golem. Okay. Rock golem don't like fire mortars very much, it appears. Okay. There goes some armor. That's alright. This reminds me of like Mega Man or something. Yeah, that's debatable. Thought I'd dodge that. That's alright. Still kicking here, folks. Still kicking. Oh, we have the shackles. I've seen these before. These aren't great. Handcuffs. Disables your offhand. Nope, I don't like that at all. Shinobi suit. Grants 25 increased dash length. That's very interesting. And then we have this epic shield here. Dragon scale shield. +1 block and +1 suppression. Grants 30% increased melee damage dealt to bosses. That sounds pretty phenomenal. Suppression prevents 1 hit of damage taken only during boss fights. Okay. Yeah, we're going to take that. That's a clear upgrade from this here round shield. Except for we do lose in armor, but that's alright. We will roll with that for sure. Let's go. Alright, let's hit up our pal, the campfire. We are in need of some attunement, my friend. Could definitely use a full recover here as well. You bet. Alright, set item stash. Lock chests that contain set items. Maybe we can get like a set weapon or something. It's kind of embarrassing that we're still using the beginner's sword. It's just completely underwhelming. But I don't necessarily like this fire mortar thing either. I guess it's better though. An evil carrot almost ended my run. Angelic hood. +1 good. If we get the 2 set, we are revived once per floor. +1 flask or the angelic hood. I think if we complete the set, it's something to consider, perhaps. But as it currently stands, that's not going to do us much good. Let's go with some more stat upgrades. Alright, let's grab that pear. What are your thoughts on pears, folks? Do you like pears? I like pears. Pretty tasty. I like a nice ripe pear. You know, it's like yellowed, just a bit yellowed. Nice and juicy, refrigerated, right? Buy some pears, refrigerate that. Delicious stuff, for sure. Alright, let's go And of course, the carrots make their predictable motion, although it does get on you pretty fast for sure. Later, plants. Alright, we have some gold. We have a pawn shop to sell some stuff. Don't really have a full inventory, so let's grab the gold. Alright, in desperate need of a weapon here. We have a golden chest that's locked, of course. We have the blood altar. I mean, golden chest for sure. Let me see something here. So we have 5 red dice. Okay. So we could definitely make use of the red dice as well. Come on, carrot. Just hold still. Yeah, that's right. Take that. Later, plants. Alright, give me a weapon, huh? We get crystal pine resin, which does cold infusion. Okay. Not very useful to us at all. Here's a shop. But I could also just sit here and re-roll this. We don't have a ton of cash. I'm going to re-roll this. See if we can't get something really useful. A set item stash. I mean, I don't really like that either, to be honest with ya. I desperately need a better weapon for sure. Let's go with the set item stash, see what we get. Who knows? Maybe we get something that changes the trajectory of our run here. So we have the war boots. Grant plus 50 equip load capacity. That is amazing. Grants 100% ruthless hit chance on close range if we can complete the set. I think that's certainly useful for sure. So we'll go with that. Then ruthless hits have 100% more top end damage. So that goes really well with our traits, where we get 100% top end damage hit. So that's actually really good. It pairs well with what we have. We don't need a mage stash here. Let's see if we can get fully refills hearts and flask. Don't need that. Another golden chest. But here we go, folks. This is what I was looking for. A warrior stash. Let's go. Hopefully it's something epic. We're going to find out here real soon. Let's go. Alright, here we go. What do we got? Alright, so we have... It's a gargoyle tail axe. Damage scaling is B with strength, which is great. Primary attack, slashing damage, medium range, intimidates on hits with critical hits. We're not criticaling. I mean, it'll be objectively better than the sword. I can almost guarantee that. Yeah, for sure. Alright, yeah, I can get down with this. Guaranteed rare item or guaranteed set item. We do have some sets. Let's go with the set item. Alright, Mandrake. Let's see what you got here. I'm sure you poison me. Green projectiles poison you. That's something I've definitely become aware of. But this guy, you can just kite him. Obviously, got to watch out for his poisonous barbs. Alright, Mandrake. Who cares about nature's peace? You made me angry. Now this is personal. Yes, it is. You talking smack is personal. Still trying to figure out if you can back up the smack you're talking there, Mandrake, pal. Alright, here we go with the poison spines again. Just gotta be careful. There we go. Another one bites the dust there, folks. Alright, what do we get here? What do we get? We do get a set item. That might be that. I think that's the wedding ring, isn't it? Yeah, wedding ring. Gain plus 5 lucky hit chance per weapon upgrade level. Okay. 10% increased movement speed. Plus 1 heart. None of which are really very good, but we do have an open slot here. So So we got all kinds of set items in our kit right now. Maybe we can complete a set. We'll see. It's one thing to complete a set, and it's one thing to complete a set that actually is useful to you, of course. Alright, let's go. Let's attune our items. You bet. We don't need to restore. So we have +1 intelligence here. I'm going with the gold. Yikes, man. I didn't even know what that beetle was going to do. Looks like the axe has a little bit of knockback on it. It's not a bad little feature. Obsidian chest. Locked chest that contains equipment. Yeah, you betcha. You gotta watch out for them beetles. The axe kind of pierces through enemies too, which is nice. I mean, it's not a bad weapon. Like, the trajectory of it's nice. It attacks relatively fast. Just doesn't do enough damage. We have a Plague Doctor mask. A non-triggered lucky hit, throw a syringe that the target dealing... At the target, excuse me. Inflicting vulnerability, fragility, or instability. So this debuffs on non-triggered lucky hit. So basically, like, virtually every time. Well, commonly, I should say. But then we will lose in armor. That will make us real vulnerable. Let's see how it rolls. Rare weapons, you betcha. We're all over this. Alright, this might be our breakthrough here. Blacksmith hammer. Weapon range short. Does some good damage. This weapon gains 25% more damage from weapon upgrade levels. Okay. So it's +2, so that's going to be 50% more damage. It's probably reflected in its damage stats there. We also have the Precise Ice Scimitar. Damage scales E with strength and C with intelligence and dex. Precise, so plus 10% critical hit chance. We're not critical hitting, of course. On critical hit. So that's really a sword to use for a crit build. Attacks fast too. Pretty nice. The Hungry Blade. Dagger melee, weapon range short. On kill gain hunger. Hunger is a buff that grants another critical hit one. Do we have any golden dice? We do not. Okay, so we're going to have to make a selection here. I'll do the blacksmith hammer. It's really the only one that works with our complete lack of critical hits. Okay. Not sure how much I like that, but we'll see. An event or a key. We need a key, so we're going to take a key. And oh no, you've been inflicted with petrified. Status effect is slow stamina, recovery speed of 50%. Lasts until room completion. Yikes. Okay. Well, we got our work cut out for us now, don't we, folks? We got the big snake out of there. That guy was definitely the most intimidating. Just the presence that he has. And this is one of those enchanted rooms or whatever. And I use my revive. Yikes, man. What a disaster. This weapon sucks. Let's be honest. +1 strength. Yeah, we'll take that. Alright, gotta watch out for the stone snake here for sure. Alright, took him out. Alright, our breakthrough's coming. I feel it. Our breakthrough is coming for sure. I don't know what this Plague Doctor mask is doing for me. Doesn't feel like it's doing anything. And now this isn't attuned. Okay. I get it. But that's alright. Do we upgrade? That's a question. I don't think we upgrade. There is a shop here, though. Let's pop into the shop. Let's see what he's got. He's got a crystal flail. Melee. Attack slow. But does good damage. Okay. Crystal bracelet. Crystal surge. It's a buff that grants 50% increased primary attack damage in the last 8 seconds. Okay. That's on triggering a crystal effect. Crystal ring. So he's selling all crystal stuff. On dash, shoot 5 homing crystal projectiles. I mean, do we go with the crystal flail here? I'm very desperate for a weapon that is just worth anything at all. Okay. So if I paired that with, say, triggering a crystal effect. So this must have a crystal effect. Yep, 3 crystals. Yep. Okay. So do we go with the crystal bracelet as well? And just pop that on? Yeah, let's do it. Alright, locked chest. Contains rewards. Let's do it. Oh, we get a mimic. Lucky us. Looks like the crystals do home on them as well. Okay. Alright, so we have the charcoal pine resin. And we have the war belt. So that does complete a set. It's an accessory though, so we're going to have to take out the bracelet that we just purchased. That's not good. So why don't we use this to get rid of it? Why don't we use that to get rid of it as well? Let's see. So what does this do if we complete this set here? Grants 20% increased damage at close range. And then 100% ruthless hit chance at close range. Let's try it out. Guaranteed boots. Guaranteed accessory. How about some gloves? Guaranteed melee weapon. Guaranteed set. Yeah, melee weapon for sure. Alright, let's see how this goes. Let's see how this goes. I gotta remember I have healing flasks. Alright, let's go. Shambling mound. Let's just keep our bad boy spinning here. Actually does pretty good damage. You don't necessarily have to target the boss. It kind of does that itself. As long as you stay in, you know, semi-close range. It's definitely a different kind of weapon for sure. All right, let's just stay nimble here. Definitely not the best time to try to get aggressive on him. All right, there he goes. He falls. This is a story of resilience, folks. We haven't made the best plays. We haven't gotten the greatest equipment, but we are being resilient. Is that a chain chomp there? Let's see. All right. Hunting knife. Not interested in daggers. Big chomper. Flail, melee. A scaling with strength. It attacks very, very, very slow. Spins a flail that deals a lot of damage and hits twice. Okay. Then we have the butcher cleaver, which is damage scaling A for strength. Attacks pretty slow. Does some good damage. Inflicts bleed. Bleed inflicted by this weapon deals triple damage. And it's also epic. We already have a flail. Let's go with the butcher cleaver for sure. Let me clear something out here. Yeah, short sword. You really didn't do anything for me, bud. All right. So let's get a load of this. Okay, so kind of like the gargoyle axe. But objectively better, I trust. Yes, much better. All right, rockin' and rollin'. Let's get some attunement for free. Now I'm going to gain a favor here. Definitely getting some more health. We need it desperately. All right, this will be a level up. Yeah, look at that bleed. Okay. The bleed is quite nice. It does really whittle down the enemy for sure. So you love to see that. I'm not going to say I dislike this weapon. It's a pretty good weapon. All right, I believe this is our second level up, so we really have to prioritize getting food for sure. Vision quest. On kill and on combat start, spawn a mana star. Lightning always strikes twice. We're not using lightning. Mana forge bolts. On draining an accumulated amount of mana, trigger a volley of magical bolts. We're going to re-roll this for sure. Apocalypse. I'm picking up a mana star. I've used this one before. It's very strong. Combustion on the tally of 5 burn ticks. Excuse me. Yeah, that's for burn, though. Adrenaline. On taking damage or on defy death, gain adrenaline. And adrenaline is a buff that grants 100% increased damage and lasts 1 room. Wow. On taking damage or on defy death. I'm going to go with Apocalypse. I've used it before. It's good. I like it. All right. Let's see. Gold or key. How we doing on red dice? We have none. Okay. Let's see here. Let's go with the gold. We do have a key, so let's go with the gold. Yeah, you thought you were going to snipe me down there, pal. Not this time. A set item or a burger. We are hungry for a burger. Let's go. Rats versus giant cleaver. My money's on the cleaver, for sure. They don't call me the butcher for nothing, folks. Let's go. Let's get some more foodstuffs. Let's get that experience. Yeah, I'm really liking the bleed on this weapon. We have another key available to us, but we're going to go with dexterity here for sure. Looks like these guys heal. I'm starting to see some big damage here, folks. Yep. Need anything? I sure do, sir. Let's get that meat cleaver upgraded there, huh? Do we upgrade the crystal flail? How are we feeling about the crystal flail? I think I'm good on it. Tavern. Wow, we have a lot of folks in the tavern today. This guy brings some repair powder to repair your armor, which is nice. We don't really have room for it, though. But it would be a decent one to get for sure. I mean, otherwise, we have bombs here. Some sketchy potion. Let's see. Do we have any room for this? I mean, not really. Would it be nice? Yeah, it would be nice. For sure. So, let's do it. I'm going to hold on to that with the death grip for sure. We will use that at the most opportune time here, folks, when things are looking grim and the armor is all beat up. Guaranteed charm or guaranteed rare item? Let's go with the charm because we are without a charm right now. And I've never faced this guy before. He's the famous Pied Piper. Okay, this is going to be interesting. Let's go. Pied Piper does not like bleed damage, that's for sure. And predictably, he shoots music notes at me. Let's go. Let's get that bleed stack on him. Okay, so he's got these rings that kind of dance around, but yeah, not really a problem. I'm liking this new item that we got. It's unconventional for a knight to rock such a chaotic weapon, but we'll take it here, folks. So we have the Tiger Charm, grants 5% increased attack speed. Love that. Fencing. Then we have the Golem Armor, plus 2 hearts, grant 50% increased damage with crushing hits. And if we remember here, folks, we took the Resolute technique, 100% crushing hit chance. This is going to go tremendously with what we have here. So what's our pouchy robe? Yeah, we're not really even using flasks. So this is kind of a no-brainer. However, what I have to figure out is what do we abandon? Blacksmith hammer. Nice to know ya. Where's our encumbrance level? So we are encumbered. I believe, right? Yeah, we are encumbered, and we are realizing a lot of penalties due to that. So what do we do? I mean, the most logical thing would be to just remove the helmet, I suppose. Man, do I need a pawn shop. I don't even think this pouchy robe is any good at all. So I guess let's pull off this. Make ourselves even more vulnerable. But our golem armor does definitely keep us in the fight with the +2 hearts. We just need more strength, for sure. And then we can add our helmet back on. But that completes floor 5. Now floor 6. I'm definitely no stranger to the reef, that's for sure. Alright, we're doing good. We're looking nice and durable. Really hard to turn down +3 of any stat, so that's what I'm going with here. Gotta make sure you get the shark, because they stay on ya. They just get more and more aggressive, excuse me. That's what I've noticed. They stay on ya, and they beat you up if you don't kill them quick. Royal Armory contains epic weapons. You know I'm all over that. Oh boy, we got some very sweet looking weapons here. Let's start from the left. Is this like the Excalibur? Moonshine Greatsword. Scales S with intelligence, interestingly enough. I believe we do have pretty high intelligence, though. We have 8. Okay. Let's see here. It's primary attack, weapon range far. On draining, an accumulated amount of mana triggers a moonbeam that deals radiant damage. And a decent amount of radiant damage at that. Okay. Berserker Axes. Medium ranged weapon. Grants a stack of rage when both axes hit. Okay. And rage. 4% increased attack speed per stack. Okay. Interesting. We have the Zweihander. The two-hander. Primary attack. Hits up to 2 times. Each point of strength additionally adds +10 to top and slashing damage of this weapon. Wow, okay. So it'll be 167 to 442. And if we just get all beasted out on strength, that is certainly an option. And then we have the Nyan Cannon. I think that's probably the best weapon here, but I want to use melee weapons in this. It does scale with strength and intelligence and dex, for that matter. The scale's S with strength. But it's only hitting 167 to 342, so for us it'd be 442 flat. But it also hits twice, so about 900, right? I mean, I think this one's a little more compelling, but it scales mainly with intelligence. You know what I'm saying? Glitter. What's the glitter all about? All radiant damage inflicts glitter is a stackable radiant ailment, that adds 2% chance to be lucky hit per stack. Okay. I think the Zweihander is probably the most optimal choice for our current build. It just is. So let's do that. But before we do that, let's go ahead and shed another piece of gear that we don't need. Amazing that I'm shedding so much gear. It truly is. What's going to sell the worst? I mean, ideally you throw the helmet back on, right? So I think that would be a poor thing to just ditch. Let's get rid of the angelic hood. Let's take the Zweihander. Let's go ahead and throw that on. Okay, so it's got like a inconsistent boomerang-like effect. Can already tell you, I'm probably not going to love this. Should have went with the moon sword or whatever it was called. Moonbeam sword. I mean, I guess it's not terrible. Just wish it would attack a little faster. We do get some much needed red dice though, which is great. And now we are going to be smarter than we are strong. So like, you know, we reflect back on the quandary that we just had in the last room about the moonbeam sword, And that one almost seems like the more logical choice. I don't know why they keep giving me lollipops, though. I truly don't. Elemental Focus. Well, you have only dealt one elemental damage type in the past 4 seconds. You gain, okay. Cheap shot. Unlucky hit, gain cheap shot. Increasing secondary attack damage. It's a buff that grants 100% increased secondary attack damage. Okay. Event Horizon. Grants 100% increased orbital speed, and your orbital inflicts vulnerability. We are not using an orbital at all. I mean, none of these are particularly great, right? I guess we'll go cheap shot, although I have a 0% lucky hit chance. Let's go elemental focus. In fact, what I can do right now is I can just re-roll that. Yeah, we're gonna re-roll that. Yeah, goodbye, elemental focus. Hunter's patience. Let's see what this one is. After standing still for 0.5 seconds. Nope. We're gonna get rid of that too. That's why you have the obsidian dice here, folks. Ice Conjuration. I can already tell you this one isn't going to be great for us. On non-triggered lucky hit, trigger a barrage of 3 ice shards. On non-triggered lucky hit. I think we can do better. Might as well. Let's give it a shot. Elemental Balance. Man, they really want me to go magic in this one, I tell ya. Triggering a lightning effect grants increased fire damage. Yeah, just useless to us. Pawn Shop. Oh my goodness. Do we need this? For sure. Alright, Crystal Flail. Nice to know ya. That means that we don't need this. Gargoyle Tail Axe. You were always just kind of mid. Shocking Fire Codex. We used you for a while in our quest for just something meaningful. Wedding Ring. Yeah, it just didn't work out with her, man. Sorry. Alright, shop. Under lock and key. We got some gold, for sure. We could pop into the shop. Alright, what do we have here? We have Mage Treads. We have Setted Boots, though. Ranger Ring. Grants 5 dexterity, wow. Bombs. We used a key to get in here, so I guess let's buy a key. Don't need bombs. Warrior Stash. Yeah, you betcha. Oh, great. We have a Mimic. Alright. Let's get out of there. This guy's very obnoxious. But he don't like bleed. Alright, we have an Arcane Nunchaku. Drains mana. Primary attack spins 2 flails. And then we have a double scythe. Both very uninspiring weapons from a damage perspective for sure. Not really even going to entertain them. Blood chest, lock chest costs health to open. Let's give one of these a shot. All right, jellyfish, jelly boys. And we get a power gem. Excellent. All right. Yep. We'll take that and we will level up again. We are ascending here, folks. We are ascending. Bone Crusher. Dealing a crushing hit grants you 5 bone splinters. Primary attack consumes 1 bone splinter to trigger a bone spear. That goes really well with our kit. Beef gain 100% increased stats from strength, but gain no stats from dex or intelligence. That's not great for us, given we have more intelligence than strength at the moment. Blunt Trauma. Your hits with striking damage inflict instability. We're going with this one for sure. Works really well with our crushing damage kit that we built. Guaranteed epic item. You know we're all over this. Do we have to do anything prior to? I suppose we could use a flask. Let's use a flask. You bet. And do we have... Yep. Alright, so here's King Neptune. This guy has been a thorn in my side over the past few runs. But we're squaring off again, bud. Let's go. Let's get that bleed on him right away. Just have that sap down his pathetic HP bar. Obviously, it's going to get a little more intense this time around, because that's just how it goes in Tiny Rogues. But the massive bleed damage we're doing just proves too much for him. Didn't even really need to stay aggroed on him. Let my bleed do the talking. Alright, here we go. There's our epic. It's boots. Underwhelming. Goliath Greaves, plus 20 strength. That's insane. Grants 100% ruthless hitch. I mean, like, increased damage at close range. I'm not really attacking at close range per se. I mean, plus 20 strength is insane, folks. Knight armor. Nope. Gambeson. Nope. I mean, we have to. It gives us plus 20 of our primary stat. Like, that's crazy. Okay, so, I mean, we still get the 20% increased damage at close range, right? Those war boots were just increasing our load capacity. Not really all that special. I do need to check if we're encumbered, though. We are not encumbered. In fact, we are doing great. Plus 25 equip load. Oh, right, because we got plus 20 strength. All right, yeah, I feel like we have hit our stride here, folks. And onward we go. I'm going to hold off on spending the souls there. Let's see if we can't get something a little useful. Is this cursed? Doesn't say cursed. 30 strength, though. I mean, it didn't say... I'm pretty sure it's a cursed room. Because cursed rooms always have the extra enemy effect and whatnot. But, yeah. So I'm cursed, but it didn't say it was cursed. Yeah, we'll grab some broccoli for sure. Alright. Shrine, we have a flask refill here. Might as well take advantage of this. Not this time. Those guys have definitely gotten me before with their quickness. They've definitely gotten me before, but not this time. Let's grab a key for sure. Let's get the Yeti guy. Let's get him all bled down. This might be my weapon here, folks, unless we get some kind of crazy legendary melee weapon. What do we have here? Lightning Shuriken. Nope. Golden Serpent Ring. Whisper Room on Spending Souls. Nope. Sapphire Wand. Nope. And Doomerang. Blacksmith upgrades weapons. Is this thing maxed out? It sure is. The Zweihander is not. How do we feel about the Zweihander? I don't... Well, each point of strength, I mean, this could actually be insane now. Given the plus 20 strength bonus that we have. So maybe we should give it a bit more of a chance here. I mean, I would agree. Yeah, this is a reckless use of my money, but I want to see how this goes. I mean, look at that damage now. I mean, that damage is pretty impressive too, to be honest. But it scales S with strength, and each point of strength additionally adds plus 10 to top end slashing damage. So, something to play around with for sure. All right, let's see what do we have here. So this lady will enchant my weapon for me, but I don't have any gold. Be nice to get the Butcher Cleaver enchanted. Yikes, 30. That's a little steep. This guy sells you souls, more armor repair. Let's go for the beef. I don't know why I'm trying to fix something that ain't broken, you know? Guaranteed epic item or charm. We got to go epic for sure. All right, we have Captain Walrus. Commander Walrus, never mind. All right. Definitely took a few hits there. Oi, matey. Yep, oi, matey. Okay, let's just keep our dodge game strong. All right. definitely proved a bit more of a challenge, but nothing that will set us back, really. Alright, where's our epic? What do we get? We get a epic charm. This is promising. Firebird charm. Grants +1 to fire weapon upgrade level. Bummer. We have the skull ring. Grants 30% increased damage dealt to bosses. Useless. Unless you throw it on before a boss fight. On defeating a boss without taking damage, you are granted an additional strength pickup. Not better than our Goliath armor, that's for sure. Or golem armor. Still don't have any gloves. That's insane to me. I guess let's grab that. I mean, it's a charm. It's non-invasive at all. Doesn't sit in your inventory. It's just something you simply equip and forget about most of the time. Let's get some free attune, and we'll take a recover there too. Soul heart or bombs? I don't hate the idea of going soul heart here, but why don't we do this? Get some fish and chips action. Those are cool looking, guys. Never seen those before. I don't even know that I've ever been on this dungeon, to be honest. It is not familiar at all to me. We have more cursed beef. Is this a run where we just load up on curses? I mean, we have 33 strength. Might as well make it 34, if we can, that is. Oh, come on, Griffin. Alright. Another level up. Is it worth getting cursed? I guess we'll find out. Burn aura. Grants you an aura that inflicts burn and debuffs enemies to take fire damage. Titan grip. Two-handed melee weapons count as one-handed. Okay, that's interesting. Grants harmony while you have... Alright, let's do this because our Zweihander is... literally means two-hander, right? So it makes that a little more feasible to use. Let's go with the obsidian chest here. It would be tremendous to get a pair of gloves, though. You know what I'm saying? This thing's got a little more range than I thought. What do we have here? We have a kite shield. Rare offhand. +1 block and 2 armor. And we have the Guardian Angel. Legendary body armor. Goodness. +1 armor, +1 revive, and revives you once per floor. Oh, man. I don't know that I can use it, though. What do we have here? Block and suppression grants 30% increased melee damage dealt to bosses. I mean, this would be a good shield to throw on and then throw that on at boss time. Man. An embarrassment of riches just in the wrong areas, for sure. It's got to be attuned anyways before we can really do anything about it. +1 armor, permanent. Yeah, you bet. We're all over that. I don't even know what's a targetable enemy. Alright, let's nuke this. Let's get our max armor. We have a pawn shop and we have a Dragon Slayer stash. Ooh. I mean, I think we gotta go with the Dragon Slayer. Yeah, get out of here with those weird... Those things have very strange pathing to them. Very unpredictable. Alright, we do have a sword here, folks. This is a chainsaw katana. Weapon range far. It does scale with dexterity, though, unfortunately. Primary attack deals... inflicts rupture. It's just not gonna work with our kit. We have a shop here. Kind of useless to us. Yeah, it's useless to us. All right, let's go with some more bombs then. Not really interested in the shop when all I have is just pennies. So these enemies certainly are getting a bit more challenging. I will admit that. But luckily we have a lot of durability here. Both level 3, yep. Alright. Key. Yeah, we'll go with the key. You guys still don't like the bleed. You just don't like it. Epic item, guaranteed. Guaranteed helmet. Maybe we can get an epic set of gloves. And if we don't, we do have this dice that we can use to sort of test luck out. So let's go. Alright, I've never seen this boss. Looks like we have 2 of them. Look, a tiny challenger. So small indeed, but let's not underestimate this ants. That's right. Hope you're prepared to bleed. Yuck, I want to crush it. Any last words, intruder? Intruder. The King's Guard, okay. So this guy's gonna be the range guy. Try to maybe focus on him first. Just literally bled out. Later, bro. Just underwhelming. I was expecting better. What do we get? Epic, rare, sets. Dragon scale armor. We don't need armor. We're doing great on armor, really. On dash gain swiftness, increased movement. What do we have for boots again? Goliath greaves. Yeah, never mind. Those are irreplaceable. Elven boots. Grant 20% increased movement. Yeah, they're boots. All this is junk. Let's re-roll this crap. Is that a bloody apron? Butcher apron. Each point of strength additionally grants 2.5% increased bleed damage. Oh, goodness gracious. Do you know how insanely strong that would be? I would have to part with the Goliath armor. Or the Golem armor. Sorry, I keep saying that. Man, they are making me choose so hard in this one. I got like such amazing body armor in this one. I have to take it. I've got the Butcher Cleaver, man. Doesn't give me any like armor or health like the Golem armor does. Just, oh man. I don't know. I guess we'll see how strong bleed really is. I think one thing we certainly do have is... Yeah, we don't need to recover. We can gain favor, though. One thing we certainly do have is a very chaotic weapon set for, you know, what would typically be a noble and, you know, virtuous knights, right? Holy crap, these guys really whip it on. So, how's the bleed doing? Each point of strength additionally grants 2.5 increased bleed damage. 2.5%. So that would be 92.5% increased bleed damage. Bleed inflicted by this weapon deals triple damage. My goodness. I mean, it's like the match made in heaven. It really is. We'll roll with it a little bit more. So I'm guessing we have the Imp Dagger. S for dexterity. Crappy Reaper's Toll. Okay, I see. So that's what happens when you're cursed, I guess. Naginata? Nope. Bizento. This is a polearm melee. Damage scaling S for strength. On the tally of 3 primary attacks, does a special secondary attack. I functionally like that one for sure. Let's get rid of this piece of junk. Let's go with this. And let's see how it does. Okay. An event here. Where could it lead? Well, we'll find out. Examine the strange beacon. Yep. You focus. The shimmer of the beacon draws you in. You see a faint light in the distance. Grab the light. You bet. +1 revive. And +1 luck. Oh, that's tremendous. You'll love to see that, folks. Beef. Let's go. Where's the beef? Don't know what happened there. Yeah, I mean, we have no business using another weapon. Frankly, we're literally all in on this bleed build. We just are. Let's see here. Shop or cursed booze. That's funny. Arcane needle. Yeah, none of this crap. Titan ring grants 100% crushing hit chance with two-handed weapons. We already do that, just innately. Necro torch. Nope. Tavern. Yep. Pop into the tavern. Still don't have the cash to enchant our weapon. Would be nice to be able to do so, but that's all right. Alchemy stash. And then we have our friend the blacksmith here. So let's make sure we get this going. I'm trying to visit the taverns to unlock the character, golden chest, or set item stash. You know, it would be really, really nice to get a pair of gloves, wouldn't it? Just any pair of gloves. Just some basic gloves. What do you say, game? All right, we have zinc here. Well, I mean, first and foremost, we have a very full inventory here. Of course, as usual. So let's grab that for our soul heart. Protein, nice. Yep, we'll take that. And zinc, we will take that. Power shard, we will take that and use it. And we'll pick this back up in the event we can find a place to sell it. Guaranteed charm or guaranteed range weapon. This is a no-brainer. All right, so what do we have here? So this is 30% melee damage dealt to bosses. So I think what I can do, use this for bosses, use this for non-bosses. I think it's the best way to do it. And then I guess we're going in on the bleed here. We'll see if this blows up in my face. We have the Mind Flamer now. I faced off against this guy before. I think I just melted him. I mean, that bleed damage is really piling up big time. To the point where I can just hit him a few times and basically just enjoy dodging, running, evasion, you know? You know, this Zweihander is kind of growing on me a little bit too. Woo! Look out! Look out, tiny rogue! I thought I was using the Zweihander. I was not. I was like, why does the Zweihander have such good range? Yeah. Just, wow. Okay. Doesn't matter. What matters is that we beat the boss, right? And here we go. We have the Rainbow Charm. Grants 10% increased elemental damage, of which we're using none. Elementalist Robe. Useless to us. Galaxy Ring. Grants 100% increased orbital speed. I mean, we'll take the charm, but... Goodness gracious. Yeah, we're gonna make sure that gets changed up for sure. Or maybe not. Either way, we're all in on the cleaver. We just are. Here we go, floor 10. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw on the kite shield. This is the last floor. Fully recover. We don't need that. Don't have enough for a favor either. All right. Random resin ranger stash. What do we have? We are cleared out on dice. Okay. Let's go with the resin, I guess. Uninspiring for sure. These guys. Those guys are giving me some serious trouble in my last run. Those spinny guys. Those laser spin guys. Really don't like those guys. And I think you're starting to see just The damage not quite being enough. I'm just leaving that. Petrified soul hearts. Yeah, let's go with this direction. Let's get this guy before he really causes some problems. Alright, got him. Took some hits there, but I mean, we have a ton of durability. And we're going to get even more with these here soul hearts. So you'll love to see that. We're going to take this for sure. Looks like we have a little secret room there. That's nice. Seemingly taking hits every single time, but this is the final phase, folks. And we don't have a key, of course. That's alright. These guys are tough, man. Petrified mana. We'll take this. We're not really a huge mana user, but that's alright. Let's set the bomb. We have a blood chest, and we have a shop. Maybe a pair of gloves. You got a pair... Hey, here you go. Here's a blacksmith whetstone. Definitely need one of these. Heart container as well. Yeah, we definitely need this for sure. This is huge. And we're going to use this right now on our... There we go. Now it's level 4. So it's maxed out. Thanks, bud. All right, meat shank. Yeah, you bet. We have 40 strength. I do have the armor repair that we can certainly use. We'll use that before the boss, though, of course. That's why I'm holding on to it. Man, these archer guys are kind of intense too, aren't they? Alright, here's another level up. This might be our final level up. Either that or we have one more. Lightning Conductor, Berserking. When you deal a critical hit or a ruthless hit, gain Berserk. Dynamo. Berserking. We were hitting ruthless hits with our set items that we had a long, long time ago. During combat, periodically increment your active tally untriggered. Trigger a chain light. I guess we'll go with this. Whatever. All pretty useless to us, and we don't have any dice to re-roll that into something probably even more useless, if I'm being honest. Alright, +1 strength here. Our EXP is max, but we can still increase our stats for sure. Alright, let's see. How are we doing? Let's use our flasks. Let's use them both. Just pinned in the corner, man. These guys are very annoying. Alright, one final rest. Alright, folks. This is why you save 10 souls, I suppose. We're gonna get this on. Anything else we should be considering here? It almost feels like we were doing more damage with the golem armor, doesn't it? I mean, 115% increased bleed damage, though, is crazy to me. This is a 50% increased damage. Damage increase. I'm going with the golem armor for the final fight here. It's a good opportunity to do so. Alright. For some reason it's giving... Oh, plus 1/2 heart. Or plus 1 of 2 hearts. I don't know. It doesn't matter. We're going to fully recover here. You bet. And we're going to use this. All beasted up and we are ready to go here, folks. Guaranteed set item. Got 2 health flasks. Got to revive yet. All right, let's go. Death. You're the one that needs to die, Death. We're going to bleed you out. Literally bleed you out. Alright. Muff that one for sure. Alright, there we go. Let's get his pattern back down. Still doing okay in the life. This is not a good spot to be in. It's definitely taking some hits. And the Butcher Cleaver proves to be too much for Death. That's right. Even Death can be bled out. You bet. Hey, look at this. We got a pair of gloves here, folks. Artisan gloves, plus 20 dexterity. We will pick those up right away. Don't even need to look at anything else. Artisan gloves. So final stats here. 46 strength, 30 dexterity, and 12 intelligence. Just all around impressive. Bet you my guy moves a lot faster now. Probably attacks faster. Oh yeah, you betcha. You betcha. But yeah, it's amazing. I don't know when I got the Butcher Cleaver exactly. I don't know when I got the Butcher Cleaver exactly. I forget what stage of the game I got it. But, I don't know, proved to be the weapon that carried us all the way through the end of the game. And you love to see that, folks. So let's rock and roll. Let's go all the way out. Something dark is holding you back. Yep, this is a familiar thing for us. Let it drag you back. No, we will press onward. Death has other plans for us. No matter how often you vanquish my corporal form, I'm still strong enough to stop you. Kabam. So how about that, folks? I tell ya. Challenging stuff. I mean, a lot of adversity early on. A lot of adversity. I was taking hits. We weren't really getting great equipment. We were kind of just patching the run together, it felt like. And then we got the Butcher Cleaver. We started getting a few key items that went our way. We started focusing on stat upgrades. And the game went in our favor, ultimately. I mean, very, very durable build that we had. I mean, there was like, what, 10 total hits we had there? Pretty good. I had a lot of fun with that particular run. It was fun to use more of a melee weapon and not just use the same old strategies where you're kind of just strafing around the circumference, or not circumference, the outer edges of the room, shooting your bow blindly, right? So that's good, and that completes the run with the knights. It looks like we did unlock the bandit here. So the bandit is an option, definitely, for the next run. I'm thinking bandit or ranger, potentially. Maybe wanderer. We'll see. We'll see what the next run brings. But that is going to wrap up this episode of Tiny Rogues, folks. Thank you so much for your viewership. Really appreciate you stopping by the channel. And we'll catch you in the next video. Thanks so much. Please subscribe if you are not subscribed to the channel and you enjoy the content, of course, too. But yeah, thanks so much, folks. Appreciate you. Bye.